for the record, are we, for the citizens of Pharr, are we in compliance with federal, state, municipal law when it comes to the topics at hand, when it comes to public comments or not?
Yes, Mayor and Commission. I reviewed the issue with staff regarding the changes that were made to the public comment ordinance, and it is my opinion that they are within the requirements of the law.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fletcher. Next public speaker is Loretta Singh.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners. My name is Lorena Singh, and I'm a resident of Pharr. Accountability and transparency are two words that go hand in hand. During election, candidates use those two words numerous times, but these words don't mean anything if no one is being held accountable and transparency is not working. Today, I will talk about several concerns, one being our freedom of speech and using it to hold our elected officials accountable during public comments and public hearing. For many of our councilmen, hearing negative concerns from the residents can feel uncomfortable. Remember, this is one way our city can improve by listening to every concern that constituents bring to these meetings. However, this is not what this administration intends to do. On October the 5th, a directive was sent out to all the departments by the Deputy City Manager, subject public comments, changing the procedure of ordinance, and I did hand out some evidence. We the people are concerned that from reading 1 to reading 3, amendments have been made and changed, and we asked our elected officials if they were aware of these amendments and were they made legally, and who should be held accountable. These amendments negatively affect how the constituents express their First Amendment, how we are heard by those we elect. We ask that before our councilmen, which you already did, voted on approving the third reading, that you take account of what the residents have to say. For the record, we did email the mayor on November the 14th regarding this concern, and we did not get a response. So I want to remind the mayor that he has always voiced that he's always available to hear from the public, and during public comments and public hearings, that is the time. My second concern is regarding the emergency special call meeting on October the 8th, 2018, addressing the issues of the Boys and Girls Club in Las Milpas. I applaud you for taking issue, however, I ask this administration to answer those who believe that there's a conflict of interest for the no-bid project that went to Rigney Construction when the owner of this business is also hired by the city of Pharr and sits on the P&Z board as a city attorney and is related to another city attorney who is currently sitting at this meeting. So can someone, answer that? I think someone is wearing so many hats. And how can we trust that this administration, when they go out there during election and they say those two famous words, transparency and accountability, when it appears that this administration is avoiding being transparent and accountable? Thank you.
So, now the dog and pony show is over, let's get to the facts. So this is why I love public comments. People, and I do. I love people to come up and speak their mind, which is welcome at any point. English or Spanish, makes no difference to me. But we always have to speak the facts, not what's 3 minutes of fame, which is what most people try to do, unfortunately. It's meant to educate everybody. It's meant so people can speak their mind only in facts, not innuendos, not opinions, especially if it's a taxpayer for this great city of Pharr. Because you are responsible for electing the people, but also you pay all the bills. You pay for all the streets, all the overhead, even the mistakes some people have made. You pay for it, and that would be myself as well included. We pay for it. There's nothing inappropriate. Everything is in compliance with the law that we have done since I've been mayor, and this commission's been here. And I'm very happy, and I can say with a straight face, and I can say it in both languages, todo se hace arriba, todo legal. Some people may not like it. They may not like the fact that the way the city is being run, and I respect your opinion. And again, I welcome it, but it's just that, an opinion. And if people want to change the way things are being done, by all means, there's one way you can change it: run for office. It's very simple. It's a free country. Anybody can run. We welcome you to run. We invite you to run. Because if you're that strong-minded and you really think things are going horribly wrong, which I seriously doubt, the majority of people and the city of Pharr can clearly see the positive things that are coming around. We invite you to run, please. Many topics get covered here, from if it's a weedy lot and or if it's Costco, or in this case now Top Golf, which I've told you guys I don't play golf, but I'll still go to support my city, including the Boys and Girls Club and such. There's always going to be headaches, always. It doesn't matter. It's just human nature. But we will address the problems. We will fix them. They will be fair to all, especially to the taxpayers of Pharr. There's no sacred cow out there. And that includes the Boys and Girls Club. There is no sacred cow. Everything's important to the city of Pharr. But when it comes to taxpayer money, when it gets utilized, spent, my money is just as equally important as either a little old lady or somebody in a meat bus or somebody in North Pharr. Their tax money is very important that we utilize it. And trust me, they want to know where it's being spent and how it's being spent, whether it's a nonprofit or not. They want to know. And we will always let you know how it's being spent. We're here to help everybody as much as we can. We stepped up and helped the Boys and Girls Club with something they should have done. That's water under the bridge. We were very patient with them. Everybody knows the record. We're not going to relive it again, but at least it's done. And we did it because it was a unilateral move, because we were no longer going to tolerate it being dragged out for another month or 3 months. That's insane. And then when it comes to the hike and bike trail, there's no mystery that we finally settled that dispute in a very cordial way, and to the benefit of the city of Pharr. You guys get a free hike and bike trail, free, $1 million free for you. You get tunnels, you get cameras, you get lighting, you get everything that other people wish they had thought of, but we did on your behalf. And we're working very pleasantly with Precinct 2 on other projects, including a park. It was unfortunate that design went through a very close gun range, which would have put people at risk with AR-15s. We know that. But we took the higher road, again, as always, we will be moving that gun range somewhere else, because it costs too much money to redesign the hike and bike trail to another route. It's an unforeseen error that was caused by the county, but that's okay. We still were able to work out in a positive way to get the hike and bike trail done, just like the tunnels, the same process. So there's always going to be headaches in the city, and that's okay. But know that we are transparent, we are accountable, we always have been, we will continue to be. We may not agree all the time, but that does not mean we're not accountable or transparent. I just don't agree, nor does the commissioner agree with every citizen that lives in the city. But we will serve you regardless in a positive way. And we are, again, in compliance with all federal, state, and municipal law. We always will be. Things were changed. We changed it for the betterment of the committee, and that way we can move things along. People get to talk the same way. It doesn't change. You just don't get you don't get to be on the camera, but I'm sure you can bring your phones and you can broadcast live like everybody else and get your 3 minutes of fame for your dog and pony show. That's up to you. It's not a problem with me. But we'll be here always to serve you. And with that, that's all I have, unless somebody else.
Hold on, we have one more. We have
Yep.
5 total. One more. Person sign number 5, Fern.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'd love to hear from Fern. The great city of
I
Edinburgh.
don't need the cameras. I don't need
Yes.
anything to make myself any better. But I remember the first time I came to your meetings while you were mayor, after you'd been elected.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had stated, and I thanked y'all to having the open forum for the people. And you said, well, I want to have it open for my people. I always want to be able to hear from them.
Still
So
true.
obviously, on the agenda, I was told that y'all had talked about putting it just before the adjournment. And then today you voted, I guess, to put it right after Hilda, how do you pronounce the name, Pedraza, the city clerk signs off that the meeting is done. So I don't know, like you said, the taxpayers are the people that pay for each one of you, all the money that y'all spend, whether it be federal money or state money or the city money, it's taxpayers. And I know that you don't like to hear from us. I am not from Pharr anymore. I used to live here as a child, but I don't understand why anyone would not want the people to come and have 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes to listen to us. And you wanted to be mayor, you wanted to be city council members, you want their vote when the election comes up, but then you want them to shut up and you don't want to hear from them except pay your bill, which, by the way, the tax bills are out now, and January 31st, we have to have them paid up so that y'all can spend it. So I'm sorry that you're moving it, and it's not for the camera. If we wanted that, we would call the camera and have them meet us outside. This is so they can talk to you and that they can see that someone is talking in their interest. Most of the time, y'all don't talk in their interest. It's just, yes, I vote for it, yes, and move it right on. They just want to be able to know that you hear them. So with you slamming this door in their face, I hope they remember it on Election Day. Also, I am thankful about the Boys and Girls Club. I saw the keys here. Are the keys going to be turned over so it will be open tomorrow in this bad weather? Or when do you plan to give them the keys? And this last Friday, they had their Thanksgiving dinner outside in the parking lot. And all the cars had to be parked along the street there, which is kind of narrow, and the safety of the people that live here. I'm shocked they didn't have car wrecks or have some bumpers there. But they were outside. They had to have a light because it got dark. So I'm hoping this key will be turned over first thing in the morning so that building, because it's cold outside. And I think some more cold fronts are coming in, and y'all care so much. And I remember you talked about how I think you put your hand up here, how you really cared about the children. Well, let's keep them from catching pneumonia now. A lot of people are sick with colds and with the flu and everything else. And with you being a doctor, you know, being out in the wind and things. So just and I was waiting on the gun range to see how long it would be before you kicked it out of town. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the comments. Despite you not being from the city of Pharr, being in Edinburgh, despite you, nobody really listening to the owls at the county or the cities, and despite you failing for running for office, this is the reason because you're over here now. You can come all you like, but we are really interested in the citizens of Pharr, taxpayers of Pharr, and only their commentaries, in my opinion, because only they are our bosses. To be clear to anybody from the Rio Grande Valley or from the state of Texas, everybody can come. That's fine, but we know that, you know, if there was to be a meaningful discussion, we would have met before and had a one-to-one conversation, and I don't mind that. I do it all the time. I can't always answer everybody's email, and some of the emails are, quite frankly, inappropriate in their tone, and I'd rather not answer. I'd rather have discussions face-to-face with people than have, you lose the meaning and you lose people's true meaning in texts and emails, and so I'd rather always have discussions, especially on camera, so people understand exactly what's being said, and there's some misunderstandings of what's being said. We do, and we'll always do care about the citizens of Pharr, the children of Pharr, what the Boys and Girls Club does, where they feed their people, where they want to keep them outside on purpose, but they don't want to pay for lighting to be put in their own you know, campus. That's up to them. I'm not going to criticize them for putting their kids outside when they have a perfectly functional building where they can feed their children. I'm not going to criticize them for not putting lighting on when they can put lighting if they feel like they needed it, or additional parking, or whatever. That's something you need to ask them, because as far as I can tell, it says City of Pharr, not Boys and Girls Club. So I can't answer for them. I'm not going to criticize them either. That's entirely up to them. Just so everybody knows, on behalf of the mayor's office and the commission, we're here to help everybody, including the Boys and Girls Club, as long as they comply with state, federal, and municipal law. We'll be more than happy to help them, always. But they must comply. And any questions about the Boys and Girls Club, I urge you to ask them. I think they've done a good job. They're trying. And if I have no idea why they would feed their kids outside. That's up to them. I really don't have any commentary on that, whether it's cold or hot. I can't control the weather, what they do with their children, but I'm sure they have a rational explanation why they did it. And that's all I have. I don't know if anybody else has any commentary. No? All right. So we're going to move to adjourn?
Go for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. The time is 5:18. Are you ready back there?